Well, I made it. I went all the way to the Santa Monica Pier, the end of Route 66. When I was literally on the Santa Monica freeway, about 5 miles away from the pier, the absolute bottom dropped out. And I pulled into the parking lot, and the young attendant, he was so sweet, he said, it's raining, ma'am. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I've driven Route 66. I've got to take a picture of the terminus, the final thing. And he's like, oh, well, okay, just pull over there where the staff parks and just run. And he didn't charge me to park. And so I pulled in behind like the staff parking and I grabbed that and we went down the pier and we took this kind of pitiful gray picture. I might use it for the thumbnail. I might not. I might use some kind of happier blue sky picture. Anyway, got to the end, took a picture, ran back, and did something I haven't done in 15 days, turned east. And right now, I'm just a few miles in from Santa Monica at a nice hotel. And it's hard not to feel like between Joshua Tree being closed and it raining, literally raining on my parade at the end, that the trip didn't just peter out. But I don't think it did just peter out. I think it kind of ended on a soft note, but there was so much good stuff in the middle. And right now I'm kind of in a reset mood. I checked into my hotel super early. I've stopped 2 times on this trip. I don't think I've mentioned this, to refill my tires. That's something my mechanic told me before I started out. He's like, just keep topping off your tires. They're going to air's going to gradually seep out of them. And both times I stopped and tested them and perked them back up with more air, they were pretty low. And I think that's sort of a metaphor for the way Thad and I are right now. Energy's been kind of seeping out of us. So this kind of stop in a probably nicer than I should be paying for hotel is kind of me putting air back in my tires to get ready for the next leg of the trip. But I learned a lot on this trip. 7 things to be specific, and I wanted to go through them. So here we go. Number 1, you can't think your way into growth. You just have to take a chance. You're never going to be ready. You just have to do it. One of my favorite quotes is, leap and the net will appear. Number 2, rough moments, bad days, they're going to come. They're not a sign. They're not a symbol. They don't mean you're doing anything wrong. They just mean you're alive. So all you can do is ride them out. And you know what? Sooner or later, the sun does come back out. Number 3, 70 shouldn't scare you. Neither should 65 or 78 or 84 or 27 or 49 or whatever number your particular age is. You just need to put yourself in a situation where you say several times a day, oh my God. And the oh my God can be in awe and wonder, or it can be in disgust. All it matters is that you let yourself be surprised. Put yourself in a situation where you periodically can experience being surprised. Because I think a willingness to be surprised is a type of holiness. Number 4, if you're worried about aging, there's a way to literally slow down time. A day can seem very long if it's unusual. We've all had that experience of going on vacation and we've been gone a week and we say, oh my God, it seems like I've been gone a month because so much has happened. And when you put yourself in unknown or unexpected situations, time does slow down. It becomes elastic because you really feel everything more acutely than you do at home and when you're just going through kind of your rotation of daily activities. Time expands. You breathe into it. So much happens in a day that it feels like a year. I mean, my God, I've been on the road 15 days. I barely remember Missouri. I was looking back through my pictures and I'm like, it feels like a lifetime ago. Albuquerque feels like a lifetime ago. And that's what travel and the road and new experience do. It turns time elastic. It stretches out. So don't worry about how much time you actually have left, because if you play your cards right, every day can be a lifetime. Number 5, I stopped at a few haunted places along the route with my fetish for old hotels. But let me tell you something else I discovered. Every place is haunted. My Toyota's haunted. Ghosts travel with us all the time. I feel the presence. I mean, if you've lived a certain point, you've lost people, you've lost friends, you've lost your parents, you've lost, loved ones in every category. And they travel with you. They're in the back seat, they're in the passenger seat. I was talking to them. So, all places are haunted by the time you're an older person. And you carry the ghost with you, and that's great. Talk to them, make them friends. You'll be among them soon enough. But with all this expansion, be kind to yourself. Build in a mix, this is number 6, of the familiar and the unfamiliar. That's what my rituals meant to me. I didn't want everything to feel big and wild ass. I wanted to have my little things I do at home. And every time I hear the start of my familiar meditation, it doesn't matter what state I'm in. I'm kind of grounded. I'm kind of back inside myself. So it can't all be a challenge. It can't all be new. You got to find some way to touch base. I had a super interesting conversation in Joshua Tree in the hotel I was in at breakfast with a guy who was a hiker. He was not a kid. I think he was close to my age. And he said he likes to go out every day when he's hiking and really challenge himself, and he pushes himself to the edge. And I got the impression like he bouldered and rock climbed and did some pretty dangerous stuff. And he said, but I always say in the same brand of hotel, he said, whenever I travel, I want to go back. I want to know how to get onto the Wi-Fi. I want to know exactly what they have on the breakfast bar. And I want to know all their policies and everything. When I come back from a day of adventure, I've got to go in the completely predictable. Don't give me any surprises. I don't even want to hook onto the Wi-Fi a different way. And I kind of started laughing because I think he's right. Everything cannot be a challenge. We've got to be gentle and kind with ourselves. So give yourself a mix of the familiar and the unfamiliar every day. Number 7, I got to say, this trip really gave me my mojo back. And you can get your mojo back. And I don't think it's a matter of when you do something that's a little bit beyond your comfort zone or something that's a little bit of a stretch or a little bit of challenge, that it's just a matter of what you see and what you do. I think it's also a matter that your sense of who you are shifts when you're in that unfamiliar zone. And there were several times on this trip where I felt big and brave. And I could feel myself going back into a younger version of myself, or even better, with the qualities that I have now, but the sense of adventure of youth. And that was just the best thing. And I never would have done that if I hadn't gone on the road. So that's it. 7 things that the road taught me. I'm starting back east tomorrow. That's going to be a lollygagging trip. You'll be delighted to know I'm not going to report in everything. My friend Kathy's joining me in Phoenix and driving all the way back as far as Atlanta with me before she flies back to Seattle. Now, that's a friend. If you've got somebody in your life that will join you in Phoenix and go with you to Atlanta, hold on to that person. That person is a freaking friend. So we're going to be kind of lollygagging our way back. And I've still got like 9 days, but I'm going to be heading east. It's kind of the homecoming lap of it. I want to thank the people that have followed me on this trip and written me nice messages and responded and encouraged me. I really, honestly, I hope this doesn't sound too hokey, felt like you guys were with me in this. Felt like you guys were with me in the good, funny times when I was laughing and joking and kind of there to buck me up and the kind of having a sinking spell moments. So that's the happiest thing for me about having this YouTube channel is I think I've got this kind of weird new tribe of virtual people that I'll probably never meet, but they're right there in my ear. I put up a video and you guys are right there. So if you've been with me for this, thank you so much. You have been in my back seat along with all the ghosts. I hope it wasn't too crowded. And starting tomorrow, I'm going to be going back to talking about normal stuff again. It's been wild. It was raining and it was weird, but when I stood on that pier, I got to tell you, I was pretty fucking proud of myself. This is Kim with Getting Bolder. Talk to you later.